Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and I'm back from my little 36-hour adventure away from the internet. High school graduation was a lot of fun. I went to that, and we celebrated Mama J and Baby J's first ever Mother's Day, and that was really special. But while I was gone, big news for War of the Visions. We got our collaboration announced. It's 13, coming for the 2.5 year anniversary, but maybe more importantly, they're rerunning tactics for the first time in a really long time, giving EX jobs master ability 2s to all the old tactics units, and I'm really pumped about that. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna cover half of the news in this video. I'm gonna grade the direction they are taking the Final Fantasy Tactics units with their master ability 2 and EX upgrades. I'm just gonna give the devs a ranking on if I think they got the heart and soul of the unit correct. We haven't seen any stats or specific skills yet, but they announced the direction they are taking the units. Now, I'm getting my info from Odaiba's Reddit post. I will link this post in the comments section. This is so useful because the whole live stream where this was announced was in Japanese. So without a post like this, there's no way I could do this video. So thank you so much for this Reddit post. I appreciate it a lot. Now, as you see on the screen, FFT Rerun will take place in JP from May 23rd to June 22nd. So a month long. Good. All 6 units will be rerun. Good. Let's see, the units will not have voiceovers, and maybe this was a sticking point for rerunning tactics, was trying to find voice actors for the units. Personally, I guess I don't really care. I play with the voices off. I play with the game muted more than I play with it unmuted. If this was keeping them from rerunning tactics, just forget about it. Just let it go. Anyway, all 6 units will receive their EX jobs and master ability 2s at the same time. Great. And then full details on the units, EX jobs, and master ability 2s will come later, but today they shared the direction. So let's start with Ramza. Okay, as he is right now, Ramza is an attacker type unit that possesses a 3-hit attack as well as buffs such as Shout. However, as Light is an element that has plenty of attacker type units, Ramza's EX job plus master ability 2 buffs, they will be mainly adding non-attack abilities to him such as buffs. Their approach to Ramza's buff is similar to the direction they're going with Hope. They want the unit to be useful in a variety of situations, not just as an attacker type. Okay, so if we go back to the tier list here, I was hoping when they changed Ramza, when they gave him his EX and master ability 2, they would really lean into his PvE usefulness. Like, make him the main character of Light's PvE comps. Give him stuff that is specifically good against, NPCs or something. Give him buffs that really enhance his group's damage in chaining, something like that. It looks like instead they're transitioning more to a support. I do agree though that Light has plenty of carries, so overall I'm going to give him an A with Ramza's direction. Light does not need another big time damage dealer. It has plenty. Make Ramza something different. I like that they are doing that. Personally, I would have just liked to have seen his different be just more PvE focused. Maybe they will do that. Maybe some of his buffs will break damage cap or something like that, improve chaining in some way. I don't know, but I do like what they're doing with Ramza by not making him another big time damage dealer, because in my opinion, that would have been a mistake. Okay, next up, we've got the most hype unit from the launch of this game. We've got Orlando, and it says right here, the most powerful unit at time of release. Yes, the Starlight Elena of his day, Orlando. A strikingly powerful physical attacker. Back then, Orlando was also known for the unit's impeccable endurance, and that's true, he was kind of hard to kill. Eileen could one-shot him, though. Eileen could kill him in one attack. But obviously, in the current play environment, his endurance doesn't hold up. Naturally, players can expect a buff in firepower from Orlando. Yeah, obviously. But more than that, the dev team is focused on improving his endurance as well, mainly through abilities. They'll try to not make him OP. Now, I bet you they make him 1 OP out of the 2 OPs, because let's think about what Lightning already has. Cloud, Esther, Abara. Lightning has humongous DPS potential already. I think what they said here was, we recognize that Lightning is already really top heavy. We need to make Orlando at least one type of, he needs to be at least OP times 1 to compete with Lightning's current roster. So I think they're correct. I think they nailed this. Just make him godlike strong. Lightning already has that, so just give Lightning players the option of playing Orlando instead of feeling like they'd be nerfing their team by not playing Cloud or not playing Esther. Good, that's what he needs. More endurance. Oh yeah, by the way, Esther and Cloud already really hard to kill, so he also needs to be that. I think they got the heart and soul of what Orlando needs to be perfectly. I'll give him an S. Okay, next up, we've got Gaff. MR free unit obtainable from an event, and actually, even though there's 2 MR units, he was the only free one. His main job, Dark Knight, is too similar to Soldier, I agree. For Gaff's buffs, of course they'll be giving him some base stat buffs, yeah, but above that, they'll likely make Gaff more of a specialized unit, a specialized niche kind of attacker, especially since the direction with Master Ability 2s for an MR unit in general has always been to try and make them specialized units for specific situations. Like right here, I'm just going to drop this into B. I do think they are right to say that MR units tend to be like kind of great at one very weird niche thing and then not very good at other things. Gaff, like, what are they going to do to him? He already is supposed to be like a high damage unit, but he just can't really accomplish that right now, and they don't really give us a ton of info on what his niche is going to be, so for now, maybe they nail it and he does something like really special. Until then, like, I don't know, maybe I'll just drop this down. I'm talking myself into a C ranking for that one, just because we don't know enough. I need more info on Gaff to give him a grade. I do like how they acknowledge that he really just can't be like RERUN Stern, right? They can't make him that good, and he's an MR unit, but he will be free, I think. So that's nice. Okay, next up, we've got Agrius, my personal most looked forward to unit on this list. A long time ago, Agrius was the ice tank. I guess Fryavia is now. Interesting. Second most popular unit after Orlando, agreed there. But these days, Agrius really doesn't have what many players would consider the minimum requirements needed to be taken seriously as a tank. I think this is kind of true. I did mess with trying to play Agrius at level 99, and it wasn't awful. Like, she definitely needed those 21 more levels, but it wasn't as far away as maybe people think it is. So for instance, Innate Hate, which yes, she needs that. Agrius will get Innate Hate. Praise. That's a great change. Love it. Had to run like Valve Love on her. Awesome. Also, rather than playing the role of a pure tank, a big part of Agrius is her use of status ailments like Stop and Confusion. Yup, get ready for that. They'll be making changes to better bring out those parts of Agrius too. Guys, this is an easy S. In fact, it's more of an S than Orlando's is. Did I skip Deleta? Maybe, I don't know. But Agrius, easy S. Look. She was the status effect queen. She was also super tanky. And that's what she's supposed to be, right? Make those crystal swords come down from the ceiling and inflict stop, inflict confusion on the enemy. Like, oh my gosh, I hope they nail this. Giving her innate hate was the thing that put me over the top on her as well. Trying to play her right now at level 99, that is something that holds her back. Yes, you can throw Vow of Love in a sub slot and then you get one attack of hate on her, and that's not really great. So, yes, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. They absolutely understand what Agrius is supposed to be. PvP goddess with status effects and tanking. And Ice needs her. Ice needs Agrius. Okay. Did I skip Deleta? Guys, I know it's really meta that I skipped Deleta, because I also skipped Deleta in my game, and I think a lot of other people did as well. I'm sorry, Deleta. Let's talk about you now. So, his range has always been short, yes, and he's had some issues with AP efficiency, yes again, which makes him more difficult to use. Yeah, this is kind of a problem. Like, when I've seen Deleta played in, like, tournaments and things, I've always been kind of impressed with, like, his potential to do a lot of damage as a physical unit, but, like, he just can't do it. He can't get in range fast enough, or he runs himself out of AP. Agreed and agreed. So, although he's been fairly useful in guild raids, he's not very good in general PvE or PvP. Okay, so wait a second. We have two game types, right? PvE and PvP? And he's not good in those? Ah, that's a problem. Okay, so they'll try to fix his range issues and AP issues. That would be nice. Plus, they'll want to make some changes that will make it easier for Deleta to be used as a pure attacker. I'm going to give this a, I'm going to give this like a B to a A minus. Something, I'm going to give him a B with Deleta. So, like, here's my thing, right? Fire can use another attacker. That would be nice. Like, Fire could use another physical damage dealer, that'd be really cool, but Deleta needs something a little bit more special. Like, Agrius has so much special. There's so many things she can really do. They're trying to do that with Ramza. They acknowledge that Gaff is just kind of like a worse version of like what a dark attacker should be. Orlando is the DPS god. What's Deleta supposed to be? He needs a thing, in my opinion. Is it some different status effects like what Agrius can do? I don't know, but give me some thing for Deleta. I guess I just wasn't impressed with that one, but Deleta is also the one I know the least about. And then last up, we've got Mustadio. So here we go. MR unit, but he's not free. Pulling required. So it looks like they're not going to go ahead and just give Mustadio away. You did have to pull him last time. I hope we don't have to pull him again, or at least I hope if we do have to pull him, he gets a like Thancred kind of treatment where maybe you can pull him from some tickets or something, because I don't know. I hope they do that. Mid-range physical attacker, but Mustadio is not about physical attacks. Damage is not his thing. He has a 3-hit attack move, okay, and just like in FFT, Mustadio has the ability to debuff enemies with Disable, Immobilize, and Petrify. This is Mustadio's thing. As he's an MR unit, honestly, even if we buff his performance as a mid-range attacker unit, he'd still be really difficult to use well. I agree. We don't need a like mid-range low DPS attacker unit. That's weird. Okay, so they want to make it such that it's possible for Mustadio to land guaranteed Disable, Immobilize, and Petrify status ailments. If they... Okay, hold on. Where's my list? Great job. Great job. Nailed it. I'm not saying he's going to be an S tier unit, but he could be a limited cost king. Like, guaranteed Petrify? That's a kill. You just killed that unit with a... What? Is he going to get a one-shot kill that's a Petrify move? Awesome. Awesome. Good job. If they can nail that with Mustadio, like all of these rankings, by the way, are pending if they get it right. But I agree with taking Mustadio in that direction. Forget his damage, who cares? Make him a status-inflicting god for limited cost PvP situations. Oh, yes, I would love that. So anyway, that's my first video covering the big update. I am going to do another video where I talk about the 13 collaboration and the quality of life improvements that they announced, but I wanted to give Tactics a special video by itself because, let's be real, guys, so many of us came to War of the Visions because of Final Fantasy Tactics. Rerun it again at the 2.5-year anniversary, and then, like I said in my little video that I made earlier, just keep rerunning this. Rerun it all the time. Make it a consistent thing a couple times a year in this game, and you have locked in some players. Like, you want a big player base that stays loyal to the game and maybe even grows War of the Visions? This is the way. Tactics. That's the way to do it. All right, y'all. That's it for today's video. Let me know what you think about the direction of these units, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.